So first date question. So, nice car. Is it your own? I just want to know. I just want to know. Here are some things that you should ask, either directly or indirectly. Some of them you can't ask. You have to investigate. Are you ready? It's okay if you don't agree with some of them. I don't mind that at all. So this is for your consideration. They are not strict biblical instructions. It's just wisdom. Point number one. I was preaching in the US and I said this, and it went viral. And by viral, I mean some blogs posted it. And whilst a lot of people said, this is strict facts, there will always be some people who will argue about everything. And I've discovered some people don't understand the word statistics. When I say it is statistically proven, and then someone replies, it's not true, because my neighbor... The fact that it is statistically true means that there will be some exceptions. The fact that there are some exceptions does not mean that the exceptions are normative. It doesn't mean that, come on, it doesn't mean that that's the norm. And so I'm going to preface what I want to say by saying this. One of the ways that God shows me that I'm supposed to talk about something is by kairos. He just finds a way to crystallize what I'm saying by confirmations here and there. And so I was scrolling the internet. Interestingly, someone that has told me I've been a blessing to him at one point in his life. He attended a program that changed his life. His name is Victor. And he said something very profound. He said, when I tell you that I was born into a family of privilege, I know your mind will immediately go to finances. And my parents were not stinkingly wealthy. So what privilege am I talking about? He said he was born into a family of love. And he cannot tell you how important that is. That his dad will ask him to write love letters for his mom, not just at the early years of their marriage, but throughout his life until he died. And he would tell him in Igbo, this is why I sent you to school, so that you will know English more than me. Oh yeah, what should we write here? They were planning. Do you know how powerful that is for a young man watching his dad like that? It doesn't matter what you tell your children. When they watch you love their mom, that is enough marriage counseling. Are you getting what I'm saying? Have you seen a girl who grew up loved in a home before? Do you realize they are different outside? Have you observed what I'm telling you? The confidence is different. What do you want to tell her? I love you. She has heard it many times, my friend. She has heard it many times. I've told you, not just psychologically, but spiritually also, the power of a positive image. You grew up in a home, you saw what love is. So now, let me tell you this. I am not saying it's a deal breaker. It is proven psychologically that if what I'm about to mention is not present, see, bad relationships can be reprogrammed. The effect of bad relationships can be reprogrammed by new positive relationships. If you grew up in a dysfunctional home, but you are able to develop strong, healthy connections with friends, it can heal you, psychologically proven. But let me tell you one thing that should at least be a consideration. Number one, did this person grow up in a healthy home? Has this person seen love repeatedly? It might not be a deal breaker, but are the parents still together? Are they happy? I know many people who went on to have a good life, good character, in spite of this. But is it more often than not a factor to how sensible the person is? Yes. If you're not careful, if you're looking at the parents, you're looking at the future of your marriage. In some cases. You know why the movie Cinderella was a global hit? It's because subconsciously we don't realize how relatable that is. It is also statistically proven. The number one indicator of domestic abuse in a home is that one of the parents is not a biological parent. I know your stepmom loved you. Thank God for your life. I am saying there is statistics to prove that either emotional, verbal, or physical abuse, one of the number one indicator by a factor of 100 is that one of the parents is not biological. So I'm just saying, nobody should be made to pay for their parents' decisions. All right? And you also shouldn't be made to pay for it. So if the person didn't have all of that, at least has the person healed? Just heal before we have anything. Heal before we deal. Do you understand the advice or not? All right. Are you ready for the next one? Let me also add this preamble. One of the ways to marry as a king. And the reason why I'm saying marry like a king is that when a prince wants to get married, they take it as a decision that will affect the fate of the kingdom. Do you understand what I just said? So they will consider everything, not just my heart. When I see him, I lose my breath. My friend, that's asthma. That's not love. Choose like your parents own $1 billion empire that will be in your hands one day, and that you're supposed to run that business with the person. Choose like a king. If possible, allow family input. If they have sense, if there are sensible people around you, let them contribute. Let them advise you. Are you listening to me? What does the Bible say? In the multitude of counsel, there is what? So the number 2 thing I want to mention. See, again, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. I'm saying at least know. It is not love if you did not know. It's naivety. At least know. I want to know, is there any hereditary illness in your family? I just want to know. Listen, I believe in the healing power of God. I believe that there is no yoke that the Lord cannot break. I just want to know. I just want to know. Some of these things are hereditary. So I just want to know. I may not be able to ask you directly. I'm going to do my research. Because guess what? You don't want to have children who are beginning to get sick. You take them to the hospital. They now say, they now ask you, is there anybody in your family who has this? You now say, oh, my family, no. What about you? And then the person says, oh, I should have mentioned. You should have mentioned. I just want to know. Have you done any operation before? Any medical surgery? I just want to know. Have you done any medical surgery before? I just want to know. Next of kin, they give kidney. You don't know. If that person's kidney should fail, you are the first person they will ask. So let's check if it matches. You think next of kin is just to inherit house? Kidney, they run, you see? If they pipe well. I just want to know. Do you have uterus? I just want to know. Okay. You know, there was a viral comedy. It's just comedy. The lady called the guy, said, good news, I'm pregnant. He said, that's not possible. I can't get you pregnant. You cheated on me. So they surprised each other. That's how he knew she was cheating, and that's how she knew that he was shooting blanks. I just want to know. How many children do you want to have? You'll be surprised. Not everybody wants children. And there are things they can do to ensure that you won't have children. You'll be surprised. There is a reason I've been pastoring too long not to tell you as it is. Counseling has proven to me I must just preach it as it is. Some things you don't understand now, few years down the line you will understand. Hopefully you won't have to learn the hard way. Amen. I just want to know. And guess what? Some of the things that our parents used to do then, if you grew up in an African home, some of these things are not strange. Because when you bring somebody to the house and say, I want to get married, or I'm considering, some of the things your parents will ask you, or one elderly uncle, is there any trace of family ailments in their family? These are the things. You thought your parents were crazy, but they were spot on this. I just want to know. So that we will release our faith in the right direction.